All right, very good. So, folks, welcome to the first Saturday of the period team call. I like to do this. I've been kind of establishing this as a pattern. We're going to do this. Um, Pat looks like Pat Anderson's signal might be bad, so we may not be able to hear from her. I'll try. Anyway, Fred Holmes, independent distributor with ZG International. I always like to throw that in simply because every single one of us has the same title. Some of you are brand new. You're just a builder, maybe. You've gotten your first two active people. Some of you have hit Builder 500, or maybe you're bronze or diamond, or, diamond elite or whatever. We all have the same title, which is independent distributor. And I'm going to speak to that here at the close of this call. We're going to be here for about 25 minutes. But a lot of information I want to put out to the team. I like this first Saturday of the period time frame because it allows us all as a group to get together at the very first day of our 4 week our 4 cycles, our 4 weeks of a period, to get correct focus, to get the latest information, to understand the direction that everybody's taking, so that we can all work in synergy, because there's incredible power when a team is all moving in the same direction with the same focus, using the same languaging. This is how you create momentum in our type of business. So I've got a lot of information to go through, and where'd my notes go? Over there. Don't go anywhere. Yeah, it's been a busy time here. Just got back in from the islands late last night, and thank you to Cindy. She noticed a mistake I made on one of the emails. I had been up for a very long time to get back from that remote, undisclosed island location. It's almost impossible to get there from here. But anyway, yeah, so I got my stuff here. Let's first of all start with some of the updates from the Diamond Club call. Couple things for you. Double fast start commissions. Been a lot of questions about that program. So many people have been able to take advantage of that promotion. This is, the opportunity. You can enroll a brand new person, and they might be looking at the the personal system. Okay, they might be looking at the enhanced NHR package, but if they simply add a few more dollars and get the gold pack, they can get double fast start commissions for a period of 12 weeks. If they go ahead and do a little bit more, if they start with a diamond pack, they can get double fast start commissions for 24 weeks. The value of having the next 6 months where you can literally make twice as much money on every new order that you do, whether it's a new customer, new distributor, what have you, that is powerful. But for the upline that are promoting this, it's incredibly powerful, because imagine the kind of volume that's created when you have an entire organization of people that are starting new distributors. Instead of with the 250 PV pack, they do the 500 PV pack of gold, or maybe they do the 1,000 PV pack of diamond. 3 enrollments, if they start with a gold or diamond pack, 3 enrollments, and they're in profit. That's it. 3 people. Nobody's got that. Okay, this is the most lucrative compensation plan that I've ever seen, in particular of a company that's already been around for 10 years, and you already know it's going to be around for decades after that. So that program is going to continue through Friday night of the convention. That is going to be cycle 2. It'll end cycle 2 Friday night of period 120. That's October 27th. We got that confirmed on the Diamond Club with Jeremiah Daystrip earlier today. Now, here's the second component of that. Those of you that are doing what I'm doing and what a lot of other people are doing, okay, are going back through your Rolodex, going back through your genealogy, people that have been with you for a while. Maybe they've become inactive, maybe they're completely out of the program, but they were part of ZEEG at one time. You can go back to them. Trust me. If they're not living under a rock, they've been hearing what's going on with ZEEG. Many of them are going to want to get re-involved. Just got a guy going while I was on vacation. who was in years ago, loved the product, and in his words, I don't understand why I ever quit taking the product, but he did. So he wanted to get back on the product and had some interest in the business. Once he got to hear what was going on, he wants to come in. He'll be a diamond pack. And so again, somebody, it's almost like, a gift. Somebody that was in the organization a long time ago is now coming back in. So take advantage of that. Existing distributors can upgrade. Even if they've been inactive, they can purchase a gold or a diamond pack today and have the same advantage of 50% team or 50% first order bonus, double the first order bonus for 12 to 24 weeks, just like a brand new distributor. It's an upgrade path. And particularly, it's an important part of anybody who wants to re-engage in the business. That will also continue, okay, through the same time frame. So take advantage of that. Before I go on to a couple of other announcements that I've got, I want to see if I've got Pat Anderson here. Oh, Amy, good to see you. I didn't realize you were going to be able to join us. There we go. Pat, I'm going to bring you on over here to the speaker side. You probably 50% of the people that are part of this call are literally downline from you. You're responsible for an incredibly large portion of my personal business. I've unmuted you, Pat. You were on the Diamond Club call. I'm going to be speaking about you here at the end of the call when I talk a little bit about momentum, because you as an individual have been really doing the deal. You're actively engaged, you're promoting, you're prospecting, you're team building, and because of your personal momentum, it is being reflected in your organization. I'm seeing rank advancements right and left from your team, from Ann Dom's side, from Reed's side, from Mac and Terry and Dennis, and I mean, it's just your business is going ballistic. Okay, so maybe you can just kind of take a minute, share with us what's going on. What are you doing to take advantage of this summer and the second wave that's going on?
Well, actually, Fred, thank you for asking me to talk on this one. I'm really not doing anything different. I'm being honest. It's the get to, and I'm sticking to my guns. I don't want anybody to go out and do anything else. David and I had a great talk today, and it was like, what grew us in the first momentum? Our simplicity, the MIT program, get to. And I figured, you know what? That's what built me into Diamond Elite. Okay, that's all it was. And I've got to continue. I can't be waylaid by anything else. But I just love what you just said, get 3 people and your kid is paid for. So we're going to get 2 right away, and then we're going to get a 3rd, and our kid is totally paid for. But, it's really about helping other people in your organization get to their rank advancements. And so, yeah, we have been recruiting. We've been prospecting. We have been so darn busy. I'm tired, actually. I'm going to be leaving here in another week and a half, and maybe I'll get a couple of days off. It's been crazy, and it's only going to get worse. Now, I'm not complaining. This is what I want. I want it to get worse. The busier you guys are, the more successful you will be, and that's what Fred and I are here for, is to help you with Zooms and 3-ways and whatever we need to do to help you become successful. And so I'm excited about convention after listening to the call today, Fred. That's really exciting.
Well, when I heard Jerem talking about the emphasis, and it's on I think it's Friday, we're going to have, I believe he said, a close to 70 training breakout sessions. The minute I heard that, I'm going, okay, well, Pat Anderson's on board, because I know how focused you are on making sure people know what to do. They got the information. I don't know. Can you say, are you going to be able to do one of the breakout sessions?
Oh, I would imagine. But, I'm excited about the breakout sessions, but the one thing that's really important, because people are always coming in at different times, for the convention, you need to be there for sure Thursday morning, because all of the new product information with the scientists and the board of directors, everybody's going to be there and teaching us Thursday afternoon. So it's going to be 100% product information on Thursday. So please don't miss out on that.
All right, Pat, listen, I appreciate you jumping on. I know you got another call. I gave you, looks like 90 seconds to get to your next call. Hey,
All right.
thanks so much, Pat. I appreciate everything you're doing for the organization, personifying true leadership. Thank you, my dear.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to go ahead and send Pat back. Hang on a second here. We'll let her leave. And she left. Okay, very good. So let me continue here. I hope you got your notepad and that sort of thing. One last time, double fast start commissions continues through October 27th. So you can continue your recruiting process. Brand new people can sign up. And for those of you that are reactivating your Zija business, or you've got team members that want to get back plugged in, they're going to go do the deal, they might as well be making double the fast start commissions. They too have the ability to get a gold or diamond pack, if you will, the upgrade path. The only thing is that you're going to have to phone it in. Okay, you're going to have to phone it in. It's done manually. If somebody has been inactive, they're no longer in the genealogy, re-sign them up as a brand new person. If they are currently in the genealogy, even if they are inactive, you will have to phone in that request for them to order that package. You can place that order, but it has to be done via EDS. I don't know if regular distributor support can do it, but your upline diamond can help you via EDS, Executive Diamond Services, to get that done. All right, let's talk about the second wave, the summer tours of the second wave. This is ongoing, and I'm going to give you a little hint. Okay, if you want to advance your business outside of your local area, stay focused on Zija events and the second wave summer tour events. Okay, keep that as part of your daily method of operation. Use that as a tool for expanding your business. These meetings are taking place all over North America. It is immaterial if you don't know somebody that's going to be, Denver, Florida, wherever the next meeting is. Work a week or two in advance of that, at least a week or two in advance of an upcoming event. If you don't know somebody in an area that you'd like to target that's going to have a summer second wave tour event, then go and find somebody. Talk to people. Who do you know that's in this area? And here's the most important thing to understand. If you know where these upcoming events are, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks in advance, your focus on looking for people to recruit today, prospect them today. Don't invite them to a meeting on your very first call, and the meeting is tomorrow morning, or tomorrow night. Do this in advance. Go through the standard prospecting recruiting process and give them a chance to get into the business, get their gold or diamond pack, and have a big major event to bring their prospects to. That's the difference between the novice networker and the professional. Do you want to have one prospect at the Denver meeting or the Cincinnati meeting or the Des Moines meeting? Or would you like your new distributor to be able to bring 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 people with them? Obviously, the second is the best. So stay focused on Zija events. And here's the thing that's most important to understand. Your focus, your level of intensity will dictate the focus and intensity of your team. Do not expect your team members to be focused on things that you're ignoring. Okay? Leadership means being out front. Set the pace for your team. Now, we talked a lot about the consistent messaging and so on. That's not really an issue for this team, but that was an issue for the Diamond leadership to understand. Most important thing, make sure that you're focused on Zija events, where the events are taking place. 1 to 2 weeks in advance is really, really key to allow you to prospect, not just to get a guest there, but for your guests to get enrolled and bring guests to that. Bronze Success Trip is coming up. We talked a lot about that, but the most important thing that I want you to understand is that Bronze Success Trip. That is one of the most significant things that corporate has done to secure the distributorships that we're building, okay? When you can get a brand new person, or even somebody maybe has been around a year or two, but they've never made it to bronze yet, and you can get them to bronze level, get them to that bronze success trip, I can tell you that is probably the most important thing you can do to ensure the longevity of a distributor. When they walk away from those events, they are 10 foot tall and bulletproof. Okay, it's the best way to guarantee your new person will stick around long enough to become a diamond. And what we've learned about our profession, if you find the right company, right corporate leadership, you know, with the experience, the track record, the integrity to lead a company into legacy status, when you've got the infrastructure that we have, when, you know, and you've heard me say this on many different occasions, we could do over $1 billion in sales with the infrastructure we got right now. And we're barely a fraction of that. So now it's just simply putting the team together to create that. When you have all those kinds of things and the timing that we have, it's inevitable that people will achieve success if they simply keep doing the deal and they stick around long enough. I'm that guy. Okay, I never was an overnight success story in this industry. I certainly wasn't an overnight success story in Zija. I was just the guy that did enough, often enough, long enough to create what, you know, all but 1% of the country believes is an incredible income. Okay, so focus on your new person, make the bronze success trip something they think about from day one. Okay, being part of that event, because if you can get them to the bronze success event, the success trip, you are almost guaranteed to have somebody that will stick around long enough to become a diamond in your organization. Summit announcements, okay? The summit, as Pat was saying, with a few exceptions of the people that I see on here, you need to make your fly-in no later than, you know, midday on Thursday, because Thursday afternoon session, it'll start at 1 o'clock in the afternoon like usual. That is going to be corporate's time frame, the Thursday afternoon session. Corporate is going to be announcing new products. There'll be new corporate training, any kind of incentives or promotions they've got. But that's where the release of new product offerings and information and corporate focus is going to be provided. So do whatever you can to start your time at the convention, you know, no later than noon on Thursday. If you're not registered for convention, do it now. Okay, I mean, there's people going, well, I'm not sure what my schedule is going to be like in October. Here's the way to make sure what your schedule is going to be like in October. Schedule the convention. Okay, schedule the convention. Book the ticket. Once you've got your convention registration done, book your hotel room. Do that next, because you're going to have a place to sleep. Okay, there's only so many people that can bunk in my room. Okay, don't be that person who shows up and doesn't have a place to stay. Book your ticket. The earlier you book all those things, the less it costs and the more concrete your schedule becomes. This way, when something comes up, you already have something scheduled for that. That's the Zija Summit, the annual convention. So those of you that are diamonds or anticipate being a diamond by convention, you'll want to show up Wednesday, because there's going to be a VIP dinner for the Diamond Club. That's all distributors that are diamond and above. We did this last year. It's higher level recognition. It's great eats. It's a great time to be around with the most successful people in Zija. So those of you that are diamond above or plan to be diamond, you're going to want to show up on Wednesday. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown on the schedule. Thursday afternoon is the corporate time. Thursday evening, there'll be an international dinner for people coming from other countries outside of the U.S. And for those of you that are leadership that have people coming from foreign countries, you're invited to come as well, because you're part of the leadership of that group. Friday will be all day long training. Okay, Jerem set up almost close to 70 different breakout sessions. That doesn't mean 70 different trainings. You could have one breakout session that'll occur 4 different times throughout the day, so people can pick and choose and get what they want. But you're going to be, you know, you're going to walk away with more knowledge than you're ever going to possibly use in building your Zija business. Friday evening is going to be clear so that you can meet with your teams, or if you're really new, you only got a couple team members, you can meet with your upline diamonds and what have you. Saturday, will be field leadership training. That's going to be very powerful for you. And then Saturday night will be additional recognition. And we're going to have a fun time. There's going to be a concert, a great band, dancing. I heard dancing, okay? And so that's what Jerem said. We're going to have dancing, so it'll be more than just sitting around tapping your foot. And because I know this is going to be a big question, it's going to be asked. Yes, I do dance. No, I'm not a very good dancer, but yes, I will dance because I like dancing. And if you're not embarrassed to dance with me, come ask me for a dance. The gals, okay, guys? Sorry, I don't dance with you. Had to throw that in, sorry. Now, one of the things I wanted to share before I close this out, and this has everything to do with why I'm so fired up right now. See, I had the opportunity to experience what happens when a company goes from 100 million a year to $500 million a year. That was the last company I was in back in the late 80s and 90s. When that happens, you have this unique window of opportunity to create incredible growth. The problem is you can't take that rare moment in time for granted. I had the experience with Zija going through the first little wave. Let me just see what we got here. Is that right? Hey, listen, Kate, if Brian's cool with it, I'm cool with it too. Let's have a dance. I'm sorry about that. Now, I had the chance to be part of Zija's first little wave when we went from 10 million a year to 50 million a year. And I had an additional advantage. My first 36 months in Zija, we really didn't have any corporate momentum. We really didn't have any organizational momentum. You know, I didn't have any personal momentum. I built my business one day at a time, one distributor at a time, one customer at a time, and just kept doing the deal. And it was, you know, it wasn't necessarily very easy, okay, because there wasn't anything spectacular happening back then. But I'm very consistent. And if there's anything that I can say that's special about me is, you know, my superpower, I can get up and do the same thing every day over and over and over and over again. Really has nothing to do with what the day looks like, what the results are. I had long-term vision. Okay, so every single day I was doing the deal. Now, it wasn't full-time, of course. You guys know my story. My business was built around my mom's schedule. But after 36 months, I'd put together an organization that had a lot of substance to it. And then we went into that first mini wave. And that first mini wave, because I had a team in place, within 24 months, my organizational volume doubled. My income almost doubled, and I didn't do anything. I wasn't recruiting. I wasn't out in the field. It just did it on its own because of corporate or company momentum. Now, we're talking about the second wave, okay? Moving into that, you know, that exponential growth. Be very clear on this. The second wave isn't here yet, okay? We are developing the second wave. We are creating the second wave. We're not going, I mean, we're going to see some pretty significant growth this year. I anticipate we're going to double the size of the company this year. To be able to do a doubling of a company in 12 months is phenomenal. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. When you can start seeing exponential growth, double-digit growth on a monthly basis, even on a weekly basis, that's true momentum. That's still another 12 or 18 months down the road, okay? Right now, we are preparing for it. And this is what I needed to speak to you about before I close, is this is where your focus needs to be right now, because there are levels of momentum I want to speak about. The first one is corporate momentum or company momentum. And it goes without saying that right now, Zija is the hottest thing in the marketplace. Now, there's a couple little companies out there that got, fancy doodads or widgets or whatever. They're going to be here and then they're going to be gone. Okay, I'm not including companies that don't have the potential for being multi-decade or multi-generational companies. As far as the industry is concerned, we are hotter than a pistol right now, and we haven't even come close to getting into that exponential growth stage. But as a company, everything is in place. The company is growing significantly. The company is attracting people to it right now. That's one level of momentum. Now, there's a second level of momentum, and that is organizational momentum. And for most people, all but just a handful, organizational momentum means the momentum of the organization that you belong to. Many, well, pretty much all of you on this webinar, on this broadcast, are part of my personal organization. Everybody is part of David Moses's organization. At least half of you on this broadcast are part of Pat Anderson's organization. What your organizational volume is, and I'm going to tell you, organizational volume right now is really hot. Okay, I'm tracking the numbers. I'm a numbers guy. I like to know what's happening to my business, and organizationally, it's mirroring Zija right now. We are growing at the same pace of Zija, but there is a third level of momentum, and that is your personal momentum. And that's what I wanted to speak about, because that's the only level of momentum that you carry personal responsibility for. And frankly, it's the only level of momentum that you're going to receive personal financial benefits from. And for some of you that have been around for a long time, you'll appreciate this. You as an individual are not responsible for corporate momentum. Okay, some of you were around, 3 and 4 years ago. We had some leadership issues. This was the advent of Ryan Palmer being elevated to, president, CEO of the company, elevation of Jerem Daystrup to VP of International Sales and Marketing, the elevation of Joshua Plant to the COO, Chief Operating Officer. Prior to that time, we had some corporate leadership issues, okay? And there's no other way to put it. And the company's momentum affected the organizational momentum and people's personal momentum. That's the challenge. You're not responsible for those 3 levels or the 2 levels above you, but the levels above you can affect you. And so during that time frame, and those of you that have been around for a while, you know this, it affected negatively everybody's personal momentum, okay? And it affected my personal momentum. And, I was fortunate in that I'd done enough early on that, I could see retraction in my organization, and it did not affect my lifestyle. It did not affect anything whatsoever. I didn't buy as many houses over the last few years, right? That was the effect it had. Now, you are not responsible for corporate momentum. However, corporate momentum can dramatically impact your personal momentum. Second level of momentum, organizational momentum. You are not responsible for that. It can affect you, but it will not directly increase your personal momentum. Okay, you are personally responsible for that. And this is where true leadership comes from. You need to take personal responsibility for your attitude, for your activities, okay, for your productivity. This is what separates the people that wish they had diamond level income to those that are not only experiencing diamond level income, but they are also treating others to that, helping others experience that. And today, this is what you need to understand. Corporate momentum is white hot, okay? The company is doing every single thing that the corporate end can do to take our business to the next level. The Zija company, and in turn, our business to the next level. They're doing everything. Now, do we got growing pains? Are there going to be challenges? Yeah, and yeah, and yeah again. Okay? That's the nature of business. If you want to wait till everything is perfect, so you can call distributor support and be on hold for 1.5 seconds before somebody answers and get you the information immediately, if you want to wait till that happens, we'll all be rich and gone by then. Okay? It's never going to be perfect. Get that out of your head that it's ever going to be perfect. You're not responsible for that. Okay? What you are responsible for is your personal attitude. Okay, it is your attitude that is going to determine every single thing else about your business. Okay, do I get frustrated when I'm on hold? Of course I do. Do I get frustrated when I can't get something done that I want done, or there's of course I get frustrated, but I let it last for about 1.5 seconds because it does not bring an advantage to my business. You are personally responsible for your attitude. Here's more important. You're personally responsible for your activities. How do you create momentum? Okay, share the product, share the opportunity, teach others to do the same. Do not expect the results that you see happening with other people within ZJ. Do not expect those results if you are not doing the deal. This is just pure and simple. Now, one of the things you're going to find is that your upline leadership is going to become more and more active, more and more engaged. I certainly am. I'm more active today, and even including my little 2-week respite in the islands. Every single day I was on the phone, I was doing conference calls, I was doing Zoom meetings. Certainly not as often as I would have had I not had that opportunity to be running amok on the beach. But even on my vacation I was doing that. Okay, now I'm back. All right, I've been on the phone most of the day. This is my second webinar of the day. This is my second Zoom meeting conference call of the day. So there's 4 of them so far. I treated you guys to my Aloha t-shirt. You're the only ones that got that. But you are the one that's responsible for your activity. And then finally, you're the one that's personally responsible for your productivity. Spend less time talking to fewer people. Spend more time talking to people, less time talking. Understand the 80-20 rule. 80% of your people will do 20% of the productivity. 20% of your people will be doing 80% of the productivity. You need to invest 80% of your time with those 20%. Okay? Many of you are like me. Okay, you want every single person to be successful. Understand that it's just not possible. You have to let people decide where they want to be, and you can judge their decision by their activity. Okay, people can say anything they want to say. I look at what are they doing, and that's the determination of where I invest time. So these were the things that I wanted to share with you. I wanted to give you some updates. I wanted you to hear from Pat Anderson and what she's doing. And if you'll notice, she said she's just doing what she's always done. She's promoting the product. She's promoting the opportunity. She's teaching others how to do the same, and she's building in depth. Nothing new, nothing special, nothing particularly, difficult to understand. It's simply a matter of doing what needs to be done to create the momentum that you want personally in your business. There is one last thing, and I meant to introduce this earlier, and thank goodness I checked my notes. This is where I need some help, okay? And I'm calling on each one of you. I had a conversation with corporate. The second wave summer tour events, okay? Powerful, powerful part of building a business. I am unable to travel into the field and be the upline diamond leader that's required. Every one of those events has to have a few things for the application to be approved, to get a code for the new protein bars. One of them is a commitment to 100 people being there. Another one is a commitment to having a tenured diamond leader and above doing the presentation. There's a lot of people in my organization that I'm the one that would normally be there. I don't have the ability to travel to different states every weekend out of the year. It was like, it was moving mountains to be able to get this little respite for me away from home. I'm basically here 24/7. You guys know that. I went ahead and I got special permission from corporate to do a virtual second wave summer tour event. And this event is something that every single member of the team can plug into. I'm going to do a virtual event, a webinar event, and the commitment I made was to follow the same application process as Everybody else has to. Okay? I didn't ask for any special consideration other than I asked for that special consideration for it to be a virtual event. So I'm planning to do, tentatively, planning to do a Super Saturday second wave tour event via webinar on August 5th. That's a Saturday, first Saturday in August. I got 2 weeks, and I need to submit my application for that event. I've already got approval for it. I haven't submitted it because I'm not going to do something where corporate has gone out of their way to give me a special consideration and not deliver on that. I want them, the next time I ask a special consideration, that they're going to go, well, yeah, for you, Fred. Now, here's what I'm looking for from all of you. I'm looking for a commitment to have enough people on that virtual event that I can pull it off and be able to do a good showing. Okay, so I'm looking for 10 leaders to commit to having 10 people in their living room for that special event, or 20 people committed to having 5 people in their living room, or 40 people committed to having 2.5 people. Yes, the dog counts. 2.5 people. I'm looking for team members who want to participate in that particular event. It's going to be, again, Saturday, August the 5th. That's my tentative target date. That's like the Saturday that makes the most sense to do it in. And what I want you to do is I want you to reach out to me. Give me a call, get in touch with me and tell me, Fred, I'm committed to having 3 people at the event. And what I'm looking for is at that event, you're going to be doing a home event. You're going to be plugged into the Zoom meeting. You want to be able to make sure that all your meeting attendees can see it. So if it's only 2 or 3, you can sit around the kitchen table with your laptop screen. If you're going to have 5 or 10, get your computer hooked up to the TV so they can sit in the living room and watch TV. I'm also looking for a few of you to be able to participate directly in that event by having you be on screen with your team. Be prepared to do the deal. All right, have your samples out, have your enrollment sheet. Even if they're distributors, that counts. That counts as one of those 100 people. Now, I'm willing to do this if I can get a commitment to 50, because I know not every second wave summer tour events had 100 people in it. I mean, I just know that. So I'm still not going to have a problem with that. But I want you to think about this. Let me know this week, because I need to tell corporate, this week, whether or not I'm going to be doing that event. Participate in this. Make this work. This is a way where you can get members of your team in small markets that may have to travel, 50 miles, 100 miles, several hundred miles to the nearest event for the summer tour. They can have their own summer tour being joined, through the webinar format with lots and lots of other people and be part of a much larger group. We're going to do the training outline. We're going to do everything that would have happened at the summer tour. So I'm looking for all of you who want to participate. Make a commitment. How many people will you commit to having there? 2 team members, 5, 10, whatever. It doesn't make any difference. Be part of that. And then for some of you that want to be part of the actual presentation, I'm also looking for people to do that with me as well. Okay, I lied. I went way over my 30-minute time frame. Yes, I did record this. I will make this posted on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Fred Holmes Zija, for your team members that weren't able to be there. Let's see if I got any questions. Looks like we're okay here. All right, very good. I think we're good for now. Folks, thanks for joining me. Sorry it took longer than I planned. Just had a lot of information. I am excited about what's happening, and be very clear. I am back in town. I'm back on the phone, and I'm ready to do the deal with each one of you. All right, signing off for now. Aloha.